Die Ukrainer JinJer sind zurück mit ihrer neuen Platte DUEL. Wir haben mit Bassisten Eugene gesprochen und weiteres bereden wir nach dem Intro.
Moshpit-passion, you know, for the passion of the music.
Herzlich willkommen hier bei Moshpitpassion auf YouTube. Ich bin der Kario. Vielen lieben Dank, dass du hier eingeschaltet hast. Falls du uns noch nicht kennen solltest oder uns auch noch nicht abonniert hast, würde es mich sehr, sehr freuen, wenn du einmal kurz dieses Video pausierst, unten auf den Abo-Button klickst, die Glocke aktivierst. Das Ganze ist selbstverständlich zu 100% kostenlos und im Gegenzug garantieren wir dir mindestens ein brandneues Video in der Woche. Und wenn du noch mehr Content haben willst, auch überhaupt kein Thema, schau mal sehr, sehr gerne drüben auf unserem Zweitkanal vorbei. Dort gibt es exklusive Video-Interviews und wenn du überhaupt keine News mehr von Moshpitpassion verpassen willst, auch kein Thema, komm zu uns in die kostenlose WhatsApp-Gruppe. Alles Weitere findest du unten bei uns in den Kommentaren. So viel dazu. Kommen wir zu JinJer. Die Band hat ab sofort eine neue Platte am Start, welche sich DUEL nennt. Und wir hatten die Gelegenheit, Eugene persönlich von der Band zu treffen. Die waren ja im November auf Tour mit unter anderem Sepultura. Wer uns auch schon ein bisschen länger verfolgt, weiß, JinJer und Moshpitpassion, das quasi so, man kennt sich, man wertschätzt sich und es ist echt krass zu sehen, wie diese Band in den letzten Jahren durch die Decke gegangen ist. Und das haben wir natürlich zum Anlass genommen, unter anderem, um über das ein oder andere Thema zu sprechen. Als ein Beispiel, wie die Band überhaupt so groß geworden ist und gerade in den USA. Und das haben wir natürlich auch Eugene gefragt.
To be honest, I very seldom think so, and things like that, thoughts like this come into my mind. I think, and don't get me wrong, it's not that I'm like kind of trying to act out, but we, as a band, we never craved for, you know, popularity or success. That was never a goal. And I think now when we have it, it's not that we're not valuing it or not appreciating it. We are, but that it wasn't our goal. That's why we don't pay much attention to this. Of course, it's cool to go on stage in big venues and, you know, have all these big crowds in front of you. But like, you're asking me if I sit down and think how much we achieved. Doesn't happen very often. Sometimes maybe, yeah, once in a while I can like look from the side at everything was just going on with the band. But generally I don't have time for this, don't have any desire for this, because rather than looking back and you know, thinking about what we achieved, I just enjoy the process now. Like, for example, here in Köln tonight, playing a show just before Sepultura, having a long enough set, enough to, you know, impress dedicated Sepultura fans, and I see it every night. I see like people who probably have never seen JinJer live, and they see us, and I see that they're impressed, and that's my goal now. Same as, you know, just appreciating the 40 years of Sepultura and the contribution this legendary band, and I think one of the most influential bands in metal. What they have done, it's a big thing. It's a big honor, honestly, to be part of this. I am enjoying this moment now, and I don't look back, and I don't really, you know, dive deep into appreciating what I have done. I'd rather appreciate this very moment.
Das eine ist es natürlich, in Amerika Fuß zu fassen, das andere sind natürlich auch die Kosten. Ein ganz großes Thema, welches seit Jahren wie wild diskutiert wird, ist unter anderem, ob es legitim ist, beim Thema Merch-Cut solche Einschnitte hinzunehmen, ja oder nein. Und das sagt Eugene dazu.
You know, it's hard to find the proper words. And not to swear. And it's a good question. I, of course, oppose and I deeply hate the whole idea of basically stealing money from bands, especially when venues have bars and make tons of money on booze, and especially cutting merch money from support bands who very often barely make any money on merch itself, and they don't have anything else. And at the same time, I understand that there is no way out of the situation because of the whole system, how everything is made. Everything turned upside down, and musicians, from being at the very top of the pyramid, like artists, actually everything's supposed to work for musicians. They turn to be at the very bottom of the pyramid. Yeah, because the musicians are working for everybody else. This is how it is done. Yeah, so the musicians, it turns out that the musicians are working for management, the musicians are working for labels, the musicians are working for booking companies, promoters. So, and it's very, very obvious when you see a settlement, financial settlement of the tour, because you start from there and you see the money, and then you see all the cuts, and what you're left with incomparable with what was at the beginning. But I can complain about this forever, but I see to the core, and the core is just the world we live in. This is how everything works, and everything is turning. So the once open market, a bit of political economy, once open market and free capitalistic society turned into deeply monopolized market. Where everything belongs to certain entities which control the majority of the market. Like, I will not say names, but this is definitely bad. But I just don't see a solution.
Wie bereits am Anfang gesagt, haben JinJer eine neue Platte am Start, welches ab sofort überall gibt, welche sich DUEL nennt. Natürlich haben wir auch darüber gesprochen.
Well, I actually, there is nothing new. I cannot say anything new. We throughout the years and with every new record, we try to impress people and impress ourselves first of all with something new. We really think that an artist should always develop and go forward and never stop at one place. So the new record also has a lot of things which we not borrowed, but which trace back from the previous albums. But releasing new songs, new singles, we decided to pick the most innovative ones, or just different from everything we had before, like Rogue.
Yeah.
We never had a song which as a single which has only growls and no clean vocals, and it's like a pure banger. There is no mellow part. It just starts with being heavy and ends being heavy, and we never did anything like that, and we decided to do so because it's also I think every band should represent themselves through various aspects of their art. And this is a big part of our art. We are a heavy band, and we decided to drop such a single as the second single from the album. Yeah, or Someone's Daughter. Someone's Daughter is probably one of the most dense songs we ever had in terms of musical features, peculiarities, details. It is in some way it is even overloaded with little cherries on top of a cake, everywhere. And it was all literally we were sitting before deciding what to release first, and we were talking to each other, and we said, yeah, Someone's Daughter, but everyone had a bit of a concern that it is such a complicated thing. But eventually we came to a conclusion like, this is our music. We want to release it. We will release it no matter what. Like, no matter what the others will say, whether they are able to chew it or not. We don't really care. And on the other hand, we have songs on the upcoming album which are almost like a song from Cloud Factory album. Yeah, there is, for example, A Ton So Sly, and it's like a song from that era. Yeah, but we didn't want to, give people that at the beginning. We wanted to give people something really new.
Und ich bin jetzt sehr, sehr gerne auf eure Meinung gespannt zu Eugene und JinJer, genauso wie die neue Platte DUEL. Schreibt mir alles dazu unten in die Kommentare, würde mich brennend interessieren. Das soll es auch heute hier gewesen sein. Ich würde mich sehr, sehr freuen, wenn du unsere Arbeit durch ein kostenloses Abo unterstützt. Wir sehen uns schon sehr, sehr bald wieder. In dem Sinne, macht's gut, bis dahin und ciao, ciao.
Moshpit passion, for the passion of music.